Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to High June, a podcast.
Yep, it's been a long hiatus.
It's been a little long hiatus, but we're back with some fun stuff for the squaw. If you like this one, like it, rate it, all that shit.
Yep.
Comment, subscribe on YouTube, follow us at High June Pod, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, sorry we were gone for so long, but now we're back and no need to fear, we're back.
Appreciate the patience.
Yeah.
We'll get into that a little bit right now. Well, here we are.
It has been a long while.
It has been a long while.
Welcome
back.
We have our first guest in the studio.
Oh, we do have our first guest. I didn't even realize that.
Evie in her gorgeous scarf.
She's baby. Why?
She's in here today because it's storming.
Yep.
And she's scared.
If there's anything about Evie, it's that she is not a fan of storms.
No.
She really does not like them. We've tried a couple relaxing techniques and none of them
Nothing
worked.
works.
Yeah. So if anyone has animals that are anxious from storms or cars or both at the same time,
yeah,
pass along your Rex, because this shit sucks.
Yeah.
I hate, it makes me feel so bad. She'll just run around aimlessly in the house,
panting and shaking.
And I get sad. I get frustrated, but it's sad.
It is
it's
sad.
Just go lay down.
But
she's okay.
Anyways, I hope everybody has been doing fine since in our absence. I know it's been horrible.
How long has it?
I think it's been 2 weeks.
We haven't released an episode in 2 weeks, but we haven't sat down and record in 3.
Yeah.
The last episode was 3 weeks ago.
So I know everybody was probably quaking and wondering where we were and their worlds were turned upside down, but we're back, my little babies.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, a little break was kind of nice just to not have to, just with so much going on. It's impossible to,
But I'm wondering if we should switch up our schedule.
Every other week?
No. Our releasing schedule. We have more time to edit it. So, we start recording on Friday night and we can edit it over the weekend instead of I have to get off work and edit.
Yeah.
So we can edit it really quickly on the weekends.
Record and edit on the weekends.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Because right now, how do we do it? Today's Monday. We typically record on Sundays, but yesterday it would not have been a good episode. You couldn't catch me. That's another thing too, is that I felt like I had so many moments over the past couple of weeks is the main reason we took a slight break is we had to get new equipment.
Yeah.
Because we were on borrowed time pretty much. So we didn't have that for a minute. I was like, okay, it's okay to take another week off. But I think what essentially informed the second week off was just feeling
overwhelmed.
Generally overwhelmed by just if I record an episode right now, it's going to be an hour of just
be bad.
Misery and bitching and just not having a good time. So,
but maybe we switch up our days, or we could still release them on Wednesday. I just don't know.
Just record them, give a bigger gap for editing, because right now so it's since it's Monday. Usually, if we do it on Sunday, I have Monday and Tuesday.
We got to scram tomorrow,
or to edit tomorrow is all I got, which it's okay because it's editing. This thing is not hard. I'm not editing up. That's fucking crazy. You think about crazy vlogs, after having to edit consistently a super easy 1 camera, 2 mics podcast for the last few months. Now when I sit down and watch some crazy vlog or a Mr. Beast video, I'm just it's a movie. That is a full-length feature film, some of those.
But they got those editors.
Oh, of course.
But most people that vlog, they edit as they go.
Which is arguably harder.
Yeah, you got to be directing it in your brain. But anyways, nobody cares about this conversation.
I do.
But yeah, maybe we need to start recording on Fridays.
Fuck it. Yeah.
Anyways, so we hope everybody was doing good.
Mm-hmm. I hope the last couple of weeks have been good for everybody.
Because they were horrible for us.
Yeah, it's not been fun. But
do you have any life updates?
Neither here nor there. Life updates.
Fun, positive
uplifting shit.
Updates.
Yeah, that's in short supply. We built our PC.
Well, we're in progress.
We're at the finish line. It's we got to the finish line and the ref or whatever was like, hold up. And we're waiting. He's looking at his watch right now. And then when I go pick the PC up from Geek Squad because something went wrong while I was building it. Then he'll go, okay, go.
Yeah. So right now it's
sitting on a shelf
Geek Squad because we don't know what we're doing.
I don't think that's fair to say because.
But we've never done this before.
Never done this before. And it's pretty overwhelming. It kind of puts into context how insane it is that like literal children, like some of those kids that were in Micro Center the other day.
They'll just be doing that on their own.
Crazy. So like, all things considered, pretty impressive that like it could potentially be one thing that went wrong, and that one thing could have not been our fault. It could be like a faulty part.
Yeah.
So like if they were like, oh, the thing's faulty, I'll be like, I'm a god.
Yeah, but so this was our journey this weekend. We drove to Houston. No. Let me back up. Saturday, you got tattooed all day. Mm-hmm. Well, from like 11 to 3 or so. A
few hours. Okay.
And then
finally,
we got in our car and we drove to Houston, Texas to go to Micro Center, which is this giant computer store.
I'd be curious to know how many people on here know what a Micro Center is. There's a couple people I've mentioned too that had no idea what that was.
Yeah, I told Michael we were going. He was like, he knew what it was.
Yeah,
and
he said he grew up near one.
Oh, so whatever.
Yeah.
But, okay, so we went to this Micro Center store. It's literally all just computer stores, like just a bunch of fucking virgins in there. And
nice. You're so mean.
Literally me in there buying a PC.
I'm just kidding.
Anyways, so we bought all of our parts.
How sick was that store, though?
And the guy that helped us, Matt, shout out Matt at Micro Center in Houston, literally an angel sent from heaven.
Yeah, because, like, so anyone, like, the typical journey for people building is you order everything.
Yeah.
Like,
from Newegg.
It's rare, Newegg or Amazon or whatever. And it's like, because usually you can't just go to a store and buy some of this. You know, like some of this is a little harder. Not harder to get, but it's just they don't keep it on shelves in places. And so I looked up a video like a few weeks ago. It's like a tutorial. This is why we went here. And the dude, like how to build a PC tutorial. This guy was walking down an aisle what looked like a warehouse. Like I thought he was at like a fulfillment center. Yeah. Like a shipping warehouse. And it turns out he was at a store. Turns out that store was Micro Center. I Googled it. There's one in Houston. So I was like, I'm going there because if I can get everything all at once.
Yeah, we're on our
way.
And
a human can stand in front of me. And not only, he did what I wanted.
He came in clutch.
He looked at everything like, yeah, this is good. You're solid. You're not missing anything. This all works together.
He said, but.
He even made some recommendations that made it better and saved us money somehow.
Yeah, so. He was incredible, and I love him so much. Fun. So then we came home, and we stayed up till freaking almost 3 in the morning building it. And we eventually were like, okay, we have to go to bed. So we got it almost done.
Pretty close.
The next day, wake up, plug it in, like finish whatever else we needed to finish, come into the office, plug it in, red light, and warning error.
Yeah.
So now it's like Geek Squad.
So now I'd rather do that than just aimlessly
keep trying.
Yeah, because like I said yesterday, I think my ego would take a hit if I didn't make it that far.
Yeah.
But like I genuinely don't know what to do now.
Yeah.
And like I'm at the point where it's all aimless forums, so like I'm gonna break something.
Yeah, we're just gonna give it to the professionals,
and they'll get it to the point of like, all right, good to go.
So that's one life. Do you have any more life updates?
No, not right now.
The only life update I have is that we finished the rehearsal last night.
Yeah.
Starring Nathan Fielder, and goddamn, if you haven't watched that show, it is just insane.
How do you describe the rehearsal?
I don't even think I could describe it because also this show is not for everybody. I think you have to just really if you don't know who Nathan Fielder is, he's literally not for everybody.
Start with Nathan for you, obviously. I mean, for a lot of people, this isn't a new show.
No.
Like, but it was new to me. I'd always just seen clips of it. And then in the last month, Caitlin and I flew through 4 seasons.
Yeah, and now I'm obsessed with Nathan Fielder. I put Nathan Fielder enthusiast in my Instagram bio. Like, I literally am dying for him.
It's just like, I don't know. Like, it's just good.
It's just insane. Like, the only way I can describe the rehearsal is it's insane, and, like, it's just the layers.
I mean, his brand of comedy is also, like, both of his TV shows are centered around, like, reality and like testing kind of the limits of what he can get away with on a reality show.
Human experiment.
Kind of, yeah, like really like a human experiment, and putting willing people, but just normal people, these normal like kind of background actors and just like child actors in this show, like just
I don't even.
They're willing. They got it. They're on the show, but like just through the most insane scenarios.
But
it's like if someone just, I don't know, like this weird dude with an HBO budget, making like, exactly what's in his head.
Yeah, and his brain is insane. But
it's so good.
This show, The Rehearsal, kind of posed a moral question for me, or like a moral I don't know what the word is.
Quandary.
Yeah. I never thought about. I'm not gonna say what happens in the show because I don't want to spoil anything. Yeah, but
it's worth the watch for sure.
It made me. There's like children actors in that show, and it made me be like, is it a bad parenting decision to let your child, like a newborn baby, to like
participate in entertainment?
Because their brains, it's like, sure, kids can play pretend, but like
But did they understand? I mean, that's been a question since, like, when did child stars first become a thing?
I don't know, but 80s, it's crazy to think about, like, a newborn baby.
Yeah.
And the baby's parents are like, TV. Oh, casting call? Here's my child.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy. I mean, obviously there's like a demand for child actors, but it's just like, I don't know.
I mean, you think about it though, like the baby doesn't really know it all. I mean, like, when it's a kid, there's a chance, not only do they not understand, but there's a chance for them to truly not understand and to be a problem.
That's what I'm saying.
A baby straight up doesn't understand
Well, a baby,
anything.
yeah. But it's just weird.
That's just residual.
Not even on the baby's side, though, but it's just like, I don't know if I were a parent and my baby or like my child is still like super, super young, I'd be like, my kid's going to be an actor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like that's a little bit weird, but also I don't know anything. I'm not a parent.
But that's what I was getting into is like how long have like child actors, child stars been a thing? Literally since like the 80s. Yeah. Like that's been a conversation since.
Yeah.
That moral question is an eternal one.
Yeah. But anyways, that's
I wish I was one.
I don't know if I wish I was. That's a lie.
Well,
I was dying to be a Disney star.
That would have been sick.
But then I would probably just be like Miley Cyrus smoking salvia and shaking my ass with Robin Thicke.
She making a lot of money doing it.
Yeah, we stand. But anyways, those are my only life updates.
Cool.
Can't even. There's got to be more life updates between
it's been 3 weeks. I mean, nothing we want to talk about.
I've been in my no, nothing we really want to talk about. But I've been in my freaking spin class and Pilates era. That's really all I've been doing.
Pilates, yeah, that's a new thing. We haven't talked about that on the podcast.
I've just been going to work and going to Pilates and spin class. So much.
I swear to God,
I have an ab now.
Oh, I went and saw my dad. That was fun.
Yeah, and you turned 27.
Yeah, my birthday was last week.
You turned 27?
Yeah, 27. My birthday
Happy
was last
birthday!
Week. Thank you. Went and saw my dad. That was fun in Louisville.
Louisville.
I don't think I've talked about him much on here. My dad lives in Louisville, Kentucky. His wife is in the military. So for the last,
forever.
15 years. They've been, 15 plus because they lived in Germany before they got married. Have been moving around the world. And so kind of like a fun, unique thing, like anytime I travel to see him, or anytime I go see him, I have to travel. And every few years, it's been a new place. So a lot of places I otherwise probably wouldn't spend a lot of time and get the exposure to. But right now they live in Louisville. Before that, they lived in Kansas City, which another prime example. Like, I don't know how much time I would have spent there otherwise. It's kind of a pleasant surprise if you haven't
nice.
Been. Kind of sick. Like, it's pretty nice people. A lot of good food. Weirdly cool. Like, decent vibe in the city. Like, it's pretty chill. Before that, they were in. Where the fuck were they? DC area. That shit was great. I only went up there once.
I never went. I'm sorry I didn't get to go last weekend.
I am too. That shit sucked, but I think we're gonna go up there for Thanksgiving. Yeah. Before that, they lived in Tennessee. That was dope.
Yeah.
Like north of Nashville. That shit was sick. Before that, it was Germany. And that's whenever, that was his first place living with her. That was her first, I think they met. We'll have them on maybe at some point.
We have them to thank for Austin's travel itch.
Yeah. Partially. But, they met in San Antonio. They were both living there. And then they, started hanging out, I guess. And, something to the effect of, she was like, well, I'm going to Germany. Welcome to come along. If you want, drop everything, go to Germany with me. He's like, I got a kid. Me. In Texas, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then I think talked to the right person. I don't remember who told him, but talked to the right person. Thank God. Told him, like, get the fuck.
Yeah, like, goodbye.
Go.
Fuck your kid.
Yeah, fuck that little dickhead. Yeah, and
now
that's that.
And that's how you were made.
That's how, yeah, right. Yeah, so, but anyway, now that I've given a full life story on my dad, I went and saw him. It was really fun. They had a birthday party for my stepmom, and we just literally sat by the pool. It's quite literally all we did all weekend is pool, eat a lot of food, and drink a lot of beer.
I'm jealous.
It's weird how, like, you hear when you're growing up and you're a kid and you hear, like, men idolize that. It's just, oh, man, just sitting in the pool and drinking beer. You're like, that sounds terrible.
My personal hell.
And I cannot tell you how, like, much I needed
that. Relaxing.
Literally just chugged Miller Lite and swam and ate a bunch of barbecue.
Just had a good old fucking time.
And we went to the Maker's Mark Distillery.
That's the really pretty
It was
place?
Actually so fucking pretty.
Yeah.
Did a tasting at the end. Like, that's, you do that at pretty much all of them.
I love that.
It was so pretty. It was really sick.
Anyway. I'm glad you had an incredible time.
Yeah. And now we're here. It's been a few weeks off, and we're back.
We're back and kind of better than ever. Not at all.
Yeah.
But we're back.
What episode? I don't even know fucking 12?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Maybe.
I'm gonna look. Okay. 1 sec.
Hurry, I'm hungry.
Stop. Shh. What movie is that? Is that Step Brothers?
I don't know.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah,
he's like he's at a job interview.
Oh, yeah.
Shut your mouth. Shut up. Where is Hygiene?
Hurry.
Podcast. This is episode 12.
Cool.
And for episode 12, we are going to do Am I the Asshole?
Yes. And I've pulled some Am I the Asshole?
Well, let's explain it first.
Okay, so I didn't know what this was, but
for those of you who have never heard of it's kind of an underground website, Reddit. Not many people know about it.
I've never heard of it.
There's a subreddit called AITA, Am I the Asshole? And people, what do?
People write in their scenarios that they've put themselves in or that they have come across.
That could make them look like an asshole.
Yeah, and then people that are members of the Am I the Asshole subreddit, I think that's what you are. You're a member. I don't fucking know.
You're a subscriber.
A subscriber.
Yeah. A member.
You can vote on, I think there's different categories, so you can vote.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. Everyone sucks. Asshole.
Let me look at it. Let me read it.
Okay.
Stand by. Am I the? Where is it?
AIT.
Oh, it's r/am I the asshole.
Yeah.
They just got
yeah.
It. So it's where do you see?
You have to go to the filter or something.
Oh, YTA, you're the asshole.
Mm-hmm.
NTA, not the a-hole.
A-hole.
That's what it says on the subreddit. Oh. ESH, everyone sucks here. NAH, no assholes here. Info, not enough info. So
yeah. And then once there's like enough votes, I think that they get labeled as asshole or everyone sucks or whatever.
They'll mark the post. And people debate in the comments.
Yes.
And it like I've been on it for a while, and like that's a good I'm laying down to go to bed.
Yeah.
I feel like watch TV. I'm just gonna hang out on my phone for a minute. That's a good browse.
Yeah.
If you ever want to feel really uncomfortable. So we're gonna read a couple and discuss, and everyone else can discuss in the comments. And
I've pulled a few. Let's see, 6, 9, 12. I've pulled 13, and so we'll see. We'll get into their little. I'll just get right into it. How about?
Let's go. First one.
Am I the asshole for serving fake meat and pretending it was real at my wedding?
No.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Why? Serving fake meat and pretending it was real.
Pretending it's real is weird.
I think the pretending it's... People voted this one the asshole.
I think that's kind of shitty. Like, if she just served it and gave no context and was like, this is what it is. But to like, no, you're eating something different. That's kind of shitty. That's kind of
She
weird.
did say everybody loved the dinner.
It's that I understand.
But some people got very upset about being fed something other than what they were told.
Okay, then I get it. Yeah, you're an asshole.
I think that I don't think they're an asshole.
What do you
Well, I think that if they served fake meat and didn't tell anyone, like, whatever, sure. But pretending it was real.
That's what I'm saying. That's when you get into the bad territories, because if you just served it with no context and just said, "This is the food today."
Yeah, but they kind of said this was spaghetti and meatballs.
And it's not.
But it was soy.
It's not like asshole's extreme. Like I wouldn't call you an asshole.
That's what
I'm
saying.
It's like
I'd be like, why did you do that?
It's just like that's fucking.
Just tell people it's vegan.
That's whack.
Yeah.
So kind of on the fence about that one, but I'll go with asshole. Fuck that dickhead.
Okay, this one I thought was funny.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for reading my coworker's fan fiction in front of everyone at work?
Absolutely. What the fuck? Nightmare.
That's pretty nefarious.
There you go. Use the word nefarious. Count 1. Yes.
I cannot believe that she did that in front of her freaking coworkers.
That's a resounding yes.
This says, I guess the title sounds bad, but please hear me out. No. Like, you're automatically an asshole.
Yeah. Oh, are you reading, like, the stories?
I just screenshot. I didn't write them down. I just screenshot them from.
Okay. Well, because some of these would be good to read if they're short enough.
If they're short enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Am I the asshole for telling my wife to stop being a jealous bitch?
Is there a backstory? Can we read that?
It's just off the top of, reading that, duh, asshole. Everyone sucks.
Okay.
But this one is, so they work in the tech industry. But he got a bigger promotion, and got a raise, and she hasn't in nearly 2 years, and she's jealous, and not in like a romantic way, but like jealous in like career wise.
Yeah.
And then they took a test, and his scores were higher than hers, and she got mad.
I think that it is what it is, but you don't have to be like mean about it. It's kind of shitty.
Yeah. She said that
like it's good to say, like, hey, like don't be jealous, like, but to phrase it like that makes you an asshole.
Wait, okay. I wish I would have freaking screenshot.
That's what I'm saying. We got to read the whole thing.
No, I wish I would have screenshot the whole thing, because this is where it cuts off. So they took a test, what I was just saying, and he scored higher than her. She obviously was infuriated and kept saying dumb shit, which I kept laughing off until she called me a fucking drug baby. My bio mom was a drug addict.
That's why we need to read these full things.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind.
I thought that's what we were doing, is reading the full story.
Well, their stories are so long.
Yeah.
I'll read this one. It's not that long.
Yeah, but you got to read them, because then you come across shit like that.
No, but I thought it'd be funny to read the headline, and then you're like, oh, yeah, duh. But then you read and you're like, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's what we're doing.
Okay.
I'm reading them, and we say, am I the asshole? Yeah, duh, asshole. Yeah, and then we read part of the story, and we're like, oh, shit.
But what makes some of these so good is reading the full thing, and you have.
But that's what I'm doing. I'm reading them. I'm reading that thing, and it sounds like, oh, shit, but then I give you context, and we're like, oh, okay.
But we didn't do that for the first two.
Yeah, we did. I said real meat, and then she said it was spaghetti and meatballs, but everybody loved it, but they were mad once they heard.
What about the next one?
That one was just, she was an asshole. Like, she just read it in front of her.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there wasn't really anything.
Okay, yeah, if there's context to give, we need to
No, but if there's context. But the last one didn't have context. It was just like, that's what she did. But I'm giving context after I read the headline.
Okay, yeah, with this one, no. Because, like, was she serious? Really called him that?
Yes.
Fuck you. Eat it. Like,
I'd be probably filing for divorce.
You voided all your, like, sympathy for me. Like, then I'd rub it in your face and be like, yeah, I'm fucking better than you. You're gonna degrade me? Call me a drug baby? I was being so cool.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, I'm smarter than you. What do you want me to do?
The fuck?
Okay.
All right, next one. Confirmed. Ass. No, not asshole. Yeah.
Oh my God.
NTA.
Okay. Am I the asshole for deleting my son's Minecraft world? That sounds horrible.
Let's read the story.
But from that headline, do you think yes or no?
Yes. Now read the story.
But let's see. It's pretty long. My son had a Minecraft world where he built a quite impressive castle on an island, which he was very proud to show me. School was canceled, and he's had issues with waking up on time. He's supposed to wake up at 7 in the morning, but for the past month, he's been waking up about 9 or 10. He sleeps through the alarm. I told him about 2 weeks ago that there are going to be consequences if he continues to sleep in every morning. But he started waking up early, but then he's fallen back into his old habits. I told him yesterday this is the final warning. Today he slept until 11. So I followed through with my warning and went onto the computer and deleted his favorite Minecraft world. I also took away his computer privileges for the next month. When I told him, he started screaming and crying. He told me that he spent a whole year working on that world, and he's very distraught that he's never going to see it again. He has been crying and sobbing throughout the day and has refused to eat any of his meals.
Asshole. That punishment does not fit that crime.
If your kid is waking up, go get him up.
No, I understand the merit of having, like...
ground him from the computer.
Some structure, take it away from a month. That fits that punishment. That's totally fine. But like you've created resentment that I don't know if
that's
you're going to
horrible.
recover from.
But I mean, obviously that's on another level, like a huge, insane, like that's actually nefarious. But
2.
Like that. This reminds me of whenever like guys. I mean, it's normally like guys in a hetero relationship, if you will. And like girls will make videos of them doing it, like unplugging the Xbox while they're playing or unplugging whatever. That pisses me off to no end.
It's just so needlessly like cruel is an extreme word. That's cruel.
Yeah.
With that, like, but I agree with the like unplugging. Like, it's not cruel because it's like I'm not torturing your fucking cat in front of you, but like, it's just like.
But especially if you're
just like. Fuck off! Like,
it's so.
Leave me alone. Like, let me enjoy. Like,
let me have one thing.
That's the context usually in those videos. Is like, this person's like, I've worked fucking 50 hours this week. If I don't just stare blindlessly into a screen and just let off steam, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. So, and then like they'll unplug it, and the person's just like, that's hilarious. Cool. Thanks.
I mean, I get being annoyed. I mean, obviously, luckily. You're not like a person who spends their whole life gaming, so whenever you game, it like really is. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I get that there are some people that are in relationships with their partners constantly gaming, like that's all they do. But I feel like that's when you just have a conversation, like, hey, can we maybe like switch it up a little bit. Yeah. But that you don't go up to them and unplug their fucking game. Like that is so rude.
I just think like if it's causing problems in your relationship. That's too much. We need to figure something out.
Yeah, but talk about it.
But talk about it. If you unplug or just unplug, or like especially if you do that shit, like go in and like know how to delete stuff.
That's insane. That's another level.
I'm an adult. Like it's not the end of the world, but it's like I would be really like, damn, that was really shitty. That was not cool. And for that, if that the punishment doesn't fit the crime. Take it away, because that's how I was grounded typically when I was a kid.
Stuff away.
Taking away like video games or phone.
Your prized possession.
Right, stuff I did, so I get it. But like deleting stuff, it's like there's that one video that was going around for a long time of that dad running over his kids' Xbox games with a lawnmower. Have you seen that?
No, but I don't want to see that.
Yeah, and then like he's screaming like that's my favorite thing to do. Like, why are you doing that? And like all the comments are like. You just created resentment that you may never recover from.
But that's the thing. It's
you took your kids like one thing.
To you, I was about to say like to this parent.
It means nothing.
It means nothing. But this kid is 9, and like that's their whole world outside of school, and like whatever. Like that is their one fucking thing, and to take that away, that he's worked, like it sounds stupid, like he's worked for a whole year on building this island on a video game, but like that's what he wants to do.
But like that's an accomplishment to him. It's like it's all like a matter of perspective. You know what I mean? It's like I think people get really easily bent out of shape because like older people because they don't understand like certain hobbies aren't productive. It's like I think about a kid like I was just talking about some of those kids I saw in Micro Center. That may be their main thing, but to suggest that they're getting nothing out of that, it's like I would want one of these kids to walk through the PC they built by themselves to their parents. Then I want those parents to look me in the eye and tell me that like you see like that's insane. Like, and sure, like kids can abuse that. That goes without saying. Obviously, like some people are just lazy pieces of shit. But it's like like I was into stuff like as a kid and like may have been considered a waste of time. I played the shit out of video games. It's like I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
it's gonna be fine.
Like so yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah, and that's like the highest level of asshole.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone in those comments agreed. People in the comments are typically pretty like.
That one got only I got asshole. But moving on. Am I the asshole? Okay, just rate the heading first.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for not wanting my dad to walk in quotation marks me down the aisle because he's in a wheelchair? I would say asshole.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people have like
I've seen that a lot.
A disabled dad or whatever, and they just roll down the aisle.
I'm gonna say asshole. Yeah.
That is horrible.
Context.
Okay, so here's the context. Her dad was injured 3 years ago in a bad hit and run car accident. He broke just about every bone in his body and left him paralyzed from the waist down. Our relationship has been really good, but I hate seeing him in pain and admittedly try to avoid seeing him because it makes me uncomfortable. Oh no.
You're an asshole. Fuck you.
Oh my god, that is horrible.
What else? Is there anything else?
In November, I'm getting married, blah, blah, blah. I've been with my fiance for 4 years, and him and my dad get along really well. Naturally, it came up to, in conversation to talk about who was going to give her away. And she kept silent after realizing that her dad would be in a wheelchair. We always talked about him giving me away, duh, and having a dance at my wedding, but I don't want to be reminded of what could have been at my wedding. So she asked her uncle to.
Asshole.
That's horrible.
Through and through.
Like, just do the... I don't know.
Fuck you. Yeah, that's awful. It's like, oh, you don't want to see me because it makes you uncomfortable? I can't fucking walk.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about, I got in a wreck.
Imagine how that dad feels. It's like, all he's probably looked forward to is doing that. And
yeah.
It's like, because he got in a car wreck, he can't do it. It's
because
like,
she feels uncomfortable. Cool.
I hope you didn't, it didn't ruin your day, but, I hope you were around enough people that heard that you did that. Or I hope everyone at that wedding was at least
that's weird.
Kind of weird.
And I bet her dad felt awful.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, more wedding.
It's such a thing. But anyway, yeah, asshole.
Another wedding one.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's so many situations in weddings where people are assholes,
you could be shitty.
Would I be the asshole for wearing my old wedding dress to my wedding? So her second marriage.
Mm-hmm.
She says, okay, so what would you think at first?
No.
I don't think...
It's probably a matter of frugality.
I don't think it would be weird.
No.
She's 34, getting remarried. She's been divorced for 5 years.
Okay.
Let's see. She was looking at wedding dresses, but she couldn't find anything that looked super nice. She loves her first wedding dress.
Okay.
And it still fits perfectly. And she said, I don't know if it'll put a different image on my marriage, but if I still love my ex-husband or not, but she doesn't care. If I do wear it, then maybe the guests will say that I wore that for my previous marriage, but I want to wear it so bad, and I don't want to hurt my fiance's feelings.
Yeah.
I feel like...
I don't think that's shitty. I think it would be at most, it's weird. I don't think it's you're not an asshole.
I don't think you're an asshole unless you're, obsessed with your ex-husband.
Yeah, or if,
But she doesn't seem like it.
Or if your husband was the Phantom Thread guy and made beautiful dresses for a living, and he made you this with his bare hands.
Dress.
I'm just going to rewear it for, that'd be, kind of weird.
But honestly, kind of cool because you're giving your dress a second life. Normally, people get a wedding dress. I got my wedding dress, and I immediately sold it. What am I going to do with it?
And also, 9 times out of 10, I feel like if I was at a wedding, I feel like chances are pretty high that if someone's like, oh, that's the wedding she wore at the first wedding, I'd be like, oh, really? They'd be like, yeah, it's they're really expensive or whatever. And that would be enough for me to be like, oh yeah,
cool, whatever. But I feel like if I went to, I don't know, somebody's wedding 5 years ago, their first wedding,
mm-hmm.
and then they got married again 5 years later, I wouldn't even remember what their first dress looked like. It's freaking 5 years ago.
I wouldn't. Yeah, who cares?
People rated her an asshole. I don't think she is. I think it's just more weird.
It's definitely, definitely worth, like, if someone told you they were going to do that, I'd definitely be like, you sure you don't want to go look?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to call you an asshole for doing it. No, it's not. No. NTA.
Okay.
NTA.
How much time do we have?
We're at 34 minutes.
Okay. I'll read like a couple more.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, next. Am I the asshole for recommending the worst tattoo artist I know to a girl that was trying to copy my tattoo?
Yes.
I think that is so funny.
Context?
Let's see. This person has a lot of tattoos. The most recent tattoo she designed with her husband.
Okay.
It was a matching anniversary tattoo. It was super personal.
Yeah.
Okay? She was showing it off to her friends, and she noticed that a girl in their group, who she's not super close to, was really into it. She even took a picture of it, which she thought was strange. She said, we'll call her Sarah. Sarah doesn't have any tattoos that she knows of. A week later, she hears through the grapevine that Sarah is trying to get a copy of her tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
She said a couple of friends of mine, she told a couple of friends of mine that she liked the design, and she didn't want to tell her, like the girl that got the tattoo. But here comes the crazy part. She comes to me and asked me for a recommendation for a tattoo artist.
Uh-huh.
I asked her what she was going to get, and she said she was really coy with me and told me that she had not finished thinking about it. So she recommended to this artist. That is horrible.
Asshole. You should have, when she asked you for a recommendation, you should have been honest and been like, hey, I know what you're getting.
Yeah.
And like kind of confronted and let her know how uncomfortable she was with that.
Yeah, I was going to say at first, I was like, I don't think she's an asshole because that is kind of annoying. Like, you get a super personal tattoo with your husband.
It's annoying for sure, yeah.
But to recommend, like, a joke tattoo,
like,
hey, is what she said, that's horrible. I would have just been like, please don't do this.
Instead
like,
of confronting them and just, no, not even confronting, just being like, hey, yeah, that's really cool and I understand, and it's, like, not the end of the world, but, like, it is kind of a personal thing. Like, that would have cleared you, for sure. But to be like, oh, no, fuck this person. I'm going to intentionally give them something bad that they have to stick with for the rest of their life. It's like,
yeah,
come on. Like, yeah, you fucking dickhead.
Yikes.
I think that person's an asshole.
I do too.
Personally.
Because
okay. that shit's for life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Because, like, yeah, I don't know. And also, to get, like, if you want to get really in the weeds about it, it's like, you may have designed it, but it's like the chances that no one else on earth has something pretty. It's like that's something I've learned quickly. Like when I kind of started getting tattooed and shit when I got old enough, is just like definitely like take your time to communicate your original idea, but like the merit there is in like classic like Flash is just the easiest example. It's it's like the thing I got from like Smith Street. It's like someone has that tattoo, but it's like it was more about the
experience.
For sure. So I don't give a shit. But like
especially when you're dealing with like that kind of style, like everybody has every tattoo.
You gotta know. But that's just like putting someone in the dirt.
It's weird.
But anyway.
Okay, I'll read a couple more. This one's short. Am I the asshole for firing okay, let me start over. Am I the asshole for firing an employee after his parents died?
That one has to have context. I can't objectively answer that.
okay.
Because it's either, I fired an employee after his parents died, because he had to take off for the funeral, which is shitty, or it's, I fired my employees after his parents died, but that has nothing to do with why I fired him. He killed 3 people.
That's some freaking sorority shit getting dropped. That girl was talking about that she got dropped because her parents died.
But it go either way. So
okay, so this is the context.
Okay.
So the person who wrote in is a VP of sales at a software company.
Okay.
And one of their sales development reps' parents passed away at the beginning of April. Sadly, they were involved in a car accident, and they both lost their lives. Now, the employee in question is a very young, 22-year-old guy, and he has been with us for about 10 months. He's a great employee, and we've been thinking about promotions in the next 6 months for him. His job is high-paying. It's a high-paying job for a new grad, about $90K with commission and a base, so we expect a lot from his position. Because of the accident, we let him take a 1-month paid leave of absence from work, and he returned a few weeks later, and his performance is severely lacking. He's super unmotivated, not cold calling or reaching out to prospects in the last 2 to 3 weeks enough since he's come back. The team has noticed And they decided they need to let him go.
See, there you go.
But do you think
more context?
But what if they just let him hang on for a few months and he got like better, and maybe he just
maybe
they could have like gotten him like some therapy.
I understand that, but it's like if without the month paid off, asshole, 100%.
Yeah, sure.
But it's like, and you're never gonna fully recover from that incident, and I totally understand that. It's like to some degree you're gonna be lacking, but like you got a month. Yeah, like that's unheard of.
But she says we called him into a meeting and gave him the bad news. He was very calm and rude about it. Told us to go fuck ourselves and got up and went to his desk and grabbed a few things and left, which she thought was very unprofessional and extremely rude. Which his parents just fucking died.
Yeah.
She said I told my boyfriend about all this, and he said myself and management team were a bunch of asses with no hearts.
How long after returning from the month?
3 weeks.
Yeah, I
kind of think they're assholes.
I kind of do too, because it's like his performance is lacking. How lacking?
He wasn't doing cold calls and like just things he should do. But I think that
both his parents died.
Yeah, and he came back a month after. No,
like that's the thing. It's like, even though I would hope as an employer that like, okay, a month is gonna be solid, but I also know that if I'm an employer, it's like, hey, a month is solid, but I don't think anyone in this team should expect them to come back 100% because that's insane.
I would, if both my parents died and I had, obviously it would take, time off work. But if they expect me to come back and just be like how normal and, however I am, that's insanity.
That's shitty. Like,
I think they're assholes. At first I was like, it could be like months and months after, and he's just like still slacking off. But no, this was literally
if you're a year deep and nothing's getting better, it's like, hey man, it has nothing to do with what you're going through. It's just like we have to make a decision. That makes sense to me.
They said, you're not over your parents' death in a month. What's wrong with you?
In 7 weeks, you're not over it.
Goodbye.
Yeah, then it's like, yeah, oh great, a month. Oh, thank God I got my month off compared to 22 years of life.
Yeah, thank you
just
so
all
much.
I know being gone. Yeah, that's totally. Yeah, that's fine.
Like just graduated, probably like just moved out of his parents' house.
Miserable. Yeah. That's
okay.
All right, let's do one more.
Let's do one more. Let me find a really juicy one. Let me find a really fucking juicy one.
We can go eat dinner. I'm so hungry.
I'm gonna eat so hard.
I love the way you eat. Ash Boney.
Let's see.
Who's texting me?
Probably a girl.
Oh, no one. I thought I had texts.
Let's see. Okay. I'll just read the very last one that I took a screenshot of. Am I the asshole for telling my extended family how many men roughly my sister has slept with after she outed our youngest brother as a virgin?
Outed him as a virgin? Yeah. What does that mean?
Like he's a virgin. He's 22 and a virgin.
Oh.
She's 29.
Kind of like, don't dish it if you can't take it. No, not an asshole.
I don't think so, because
I was about to say, that's no one's business, but that person made someone else's business their business. Yeah. So like, you gotta be able to take it if you're gonna dish it.
That is so rude.
Yeah, no, you're not an asshole.
She said that they were having a disagreement at dinner, like with extended family dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she was getting too absorbed in the argument. And eventually my sister got really fed up and said, "Shut up, I'm not going to argue with a 22-year-old virgin." My brother didn't give any personal attacks up at that point, and it was completely unprovoked. He said, "I immediately told my sister to grow up and that she was embarrassing herself," and then he I guess told everybody how many men she slept with.
No, not an asshole, because it's like,
that sucks.
I never would have thought to say that, and then you came for me. So like,
yeah,
and then that's the thing. It's like, if people, like I've seen that happen. Not these exact same scenarios, but it's like, this person says whatever they want, says what they want, says what they want, says what they want. You fire back a little bit, and then you're the dickhead. Like, it's like,
yeah,
like you just like, I wasn't gonna say anything, and then you stepped into that arena.
Yeah,
and like you're free game. Like,
that's hell.
That's a tale as old as time. It's like, I wasn't even gonna go there.
Yeah, I was like,
you
well,
chose
now
to.
we're here.
I went to. Like, no, not an asshole. That's just eye for an eye.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was our Am I the Asshole roundup.
This could be this would be a fun recurring. Like,
it would be fun. We could do it like in a couple months.
Am I the Asshole part 2?
Yeah.
Like, if people like it, if it's fucking boring and whack, then tell us. But other than that, I had a lot of fun. I think it's fun. I'm sure we can find similar, things to like.
Well, do you remember back? I don't know if you ever got on this, but back in like middle school or high school, there was this website called FML.
Vaguely.
And then like you could, I wonder if it's still a thing, but it was called FML, aka Fuck My Life, and people would write in their FML situations, and it was like this whole your everyday life stories, fmylife.com.
That's a subreddit too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I think it probably came out of this because I was fucking reading these in goddamn high school, and yeah, you can rate them. I agree, your life sucks, or you deserved it.
Jesus.
So we can read stuff like that. Maybe we can do an FML.
There's another subreddit called Today I Fucked Up.
Oh, yeah.
That one
we
would be
should
fun
do
too.
Some stuff like that. I think that would be very fun.
Yeah, like kind of space it out.
Yeah.
We can just kind of do it whatever we want. If it'd be cool to hear feedback if anyone gives a fuck.
Know what would be cool if we were to ever get a bunch of listeners that like were active and like wrote in. Like, we'd have to have enough to where, there'd be a bunch of submissions. But this one podcast I listened to, I've told you about it. They do this Unburden Yourself.
Damn.
Where they like anonymously write in these like super embarrassing stories that they like need to get off their chest, but they don't want to tell anyone about it.
Sure.
That'd be so cool to like read.
It'd be
to
cool.
Unburden people.
We could just open that up right now. Be like, we read other people's Am I the Asshole?
Yeah, what are yours?
Have you ever had a situation where you had to ask yourself that?
Yeah.
And
we can read them.
We'll figure out whether or not you're an asshole.
We'll judge you.
We'll judge you. So if you
should we do an anonymous box on Instagram?
Yeah.
We should do that.
That'd be fun.
Funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're hearing our brainstorm in real time. But anyway, that's it for 12. I think that was fun.
Yeah.
We'll follow @HighJunePod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Comment, like, subscribe,
rate.
Do all that shit. Rate. Yeah, it's like I feel better with every episode. Just like
I didn't take a single drink.
Every follow, every like I'm just stoked. So keep it up.
Yeah,
but
thanks.
Anyway, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, we love you so much.
Good to be back.
Say bye, Evie.
Say bye, Mama.
Is she asleep?
Well, no, she's just looking.
Well, I'm so glad that we were blessed with Evie's presence today.
Yep. Hopefully we can have her on more.
Yes.
Look at her ears.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, okay, bye. Wow. Okay, so let's say that 1, 2, 3. Bye. Incredible.